Good morning. To God be all the glory. Let's go into the word of prayer before I'm here trying to get myself ready for work. So I said, let me come and talk with you guys while I'm putting on my face this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night, y'all. I was up watching the presidency thing, and believe me, y'all, I wasn't I was like I was really feeling a certain type of way about this whole election. I thought they was going to steal it. The Democrats and everything. I went out yesterday morning. Me and hubby, we got out here and we went to go cast in our vote. And we met some people that was online and they were trying to, you know, convince us to vote for a certain party. And I was like, look, even though we registered as Democrats, but we weren't playing the game. We registered Democrats, but you know what? We felt this time we was going to let this time the Democrats wasn't doing anything that was suiting my interests in voting for them. I'm sorry. It wasn't suiting my interests. It wasn't suiting my family interests in no kind of way. There's certain things that they were just trying to strip away from the American people and just ignore the American people. So we just said, hey, and we waited to the last minute to vote. I didn't vote until yesterday morning. Got to work kind of late. I had to held up going to work just so I can get out and vote. But I'm glad, um, we have Trump. Woo, that was a close one. That was a close one because I did not want Kamala to win. I'm sorry. I just couldn't. I couldn't vote for that woman. I saw her nation. I hurried up and pulled the ledger and voted for Trump. And I was like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you. And I voted for some people here on the local level, on the local government level here in the state I live in. But, of course, this state here, Kamala won this state. And I knew she was going to get Delaware. I just knew it. That wasn't going to surprise me at all because this is his state. But thank God Donald Trump was able to get PA. He got Pennsylvania. That's even better. You know what I'm saying? That's where all the poor people are in Pennsylvania. And that's where mostly all the crimes are in Pennsylvania, especially out there in that city of Chester. That they need to come and clean that place up. Democrats left that place in destitute. I'm sorry, in certain places in Pennsylvania, and thank God for the Amish people because they were making sure they was going to get Trump in the office, and those people didn't really, really, you know, don't really go out and vote. They don't really vote. Amish people, and if they do, they very private about it. They don't make a big deal about it or anything. They very private. But this year they were speaking out. They were like, I went on a lot of channels and they were just talking about they wanted to, excuse me, y'all, I'm here trying to get myself together. I don't want to run my mouth too much because it's going to make me late to get out here for work. But anyway, like I said, y'all, the Amish people, they don't really put too much of their stuff out there in the public, but especially about they like to keep their life quiet and private. And we all know people got things going on in every culture, every religion, and everything else like that. But that's just the way they live. That's how they find their peace, their happiness, and they try to deal with whatever they got going on over there with among themselves. They don't put too much of their business out there in the public. They private. They live quietly as farmers. Doing their thing. They probably got they certain people that commit certain crimes, pedophiles and everything else out there in the Amish community. I wouldn't say they don't. Everybody got they share. Everybody. And that's what I liked about the fact that I listened to Trump's little speech and everything that he thanked everybody for, the people that helped him in this election, those people that sat out there and got with him and followed him. He gave everybody their props, every American. He even said the black Americans, thank you as well. He didn't get out there. I saw a totally different Trump from what people was saying about him throughout so many years. This man has not used any division whatsoever in none of his rallies and his speeches. I mean, he talked about things, And he just attacked them on their policies and on the things that they was out to do to destroy this country. And how, America, you could have picked a better candidate. Come on for this country. You could have picked a better person to be able, the Democrats anyway. And then excuse me, I gotta go down the stairs. But the Democrats, you could have picked a much better candidate on both teams. Now, if Kamala would have, they was talking that if Kamala would have picked Shapiro, that would have really messed it up for Trump. But then again, it may not have messed it up for Trump because if Shapiro was going to come with his antichrist attacks and everything against the Christian community, and that's where Trump won the most votes from all these places in Georgia. And didn't I say he was going to get Georgia? He got North Carolina. He got North Carolina. He got Georgia. He got Alabama. And they won the House. The Republicans, they won the House and they won the Senates. The seats in the Senator seats. So, I don't, and what else? So, okay. So, the Republicans, I don't, wait, I gotta go back and see the House stuff. Because they said it had to be like, um, he had like already 190 something, for the House, and Kamala's like at 170 something for the House um, of Representatives or whatever like that. So we'll see. We will see. But so far, he's in the lead. That's all I got to say. He's in the lead. The last time I checked, he was in the lead. My husband went back to sleep. So I got to hustle on out of here because he is not taking me to work today. He's tired because we was up until 2 o'clock in the morning. In the morning. Those we didn't know he won until like I couldn't sleep. I tried to crash out. I was trying to, like not think about it. I was like, please, come on, I can't get this. He just can't. And and for me, this wasn't even about a racial thing. This wasn't about identity politics for me. This was about what was going to be best for the United States of America and me as an American citizen and for the American people. So I got away from listening to these Jamal Bryants and these pastors that preach that hate speech. They got their people divided like that, saying on dwelling on that slave talk and all that stuff. I ain't got time to hear all of that. We gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? It happened. It happened. We gotta move on. Nobody else is still, coming at people with their pain and the cruelty that they have been, the injustice they have been treated unfairly about, and they come in here to the United States and they making it, and they're not looking back to what has happened in the past. They've moved on, so we need to move on. We ain't the only people who have been treated not good as citizens, and people been cruel to us, whatever. Everybody in the world. That's why a lot of people escaped their countries because they wanted to make a better life for themselves. We got to make a better life for ourselves. We got to stop crying about a lot of things. And that's what's holding us back. We cry too much. We got this femininity about us. The men in our country, our leaders, they too feminine. They too much of sissy boys. They get up there to cry all the time and get all hostile and not even hostile, but just get all in their emotions too much. They too emotional. They need to stop. I was listening to some of the people like from all other places in the world that was just congratulating the United States of America. Trump had people all over the world watching this election that was really rooting for him. Nobody was for Kamala, and that's what's important because most of the people that were rooting for Trump was people from Australia, people from over there in Israel, people was from China, people that's from all places of the world. They were like, congratulations, United States of America. They were just so happy. They were more happier than the American citizens. The British, the people from over there in England and Britain and all these other places of the world, from Ireland. I mean, you would. I was just looking in the chat, y'all. I'm just looking at the people from the chat. People were holding up the flags of the countries where they come from. People from Jamaica, people from the West, even some Haitians, even some Haitians. And they say Trump talk so bad about them, but the Haitians were rooting for Trump. People from India. I was like, whoa. Me and my husband was looking at the chat. We was like, look at this. And they up here talking about he's a fascist, he's a racist. People were loving Trump. I mean, all over the world, they love who is now the president of the United States of America. I mean, we were looking at that. We was like, forget about when you see these black people get on there pro-black liberation. These people, these are the ones holding you back. And I said that the night before, on the night before the election, I said these are the people that's going to be hurting, you know, making it bad for black people in America. These are the ones who's making it hard for you. See, they put themselves before God. They do. Because God don't teach us to be like that. We supposed to learn how to forgive and love our enemies and bless those who do blase blase. We supposed to learn how to do that to get past all of that stuff. Don't keep that harbor that stuff in your heart. Do not harbor that stuff in your heart. I was looking at what's her name. She was turning into a black faced demon. Um, Joy Reid or whatever her name is. The way she was carrying on when I saw her on CNN, she was just really like, oh my God, she was just trying to say all kind of stuff. I mean, girl, let it go. It's over. She was just trying to carry on. They want to talk about his convictions and everything and his felonies and still bringing that stuff up. If we got to go through every president in the United States, what they did, a lot of corruption behind their life, America wouldn't be great. But believe it or not, America wouldn't be great. Here, at least you could get a second chance. And that's why I'm rooting for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Yes, I am. Because now we got somebody, a president, that can probably overturn his convictions. Okay? Somebody who has been through it, who's been lied about on, and everything else. People don't know. People just don't know how important this election was. Because there's so many innocent men going to jail over nonsense. And Kamala Harris, she was really going to make this country really be a country divided. She was going to have men against the women, these overly these feminist groups and all this feminine stuff and women and against their children and killing their kids and their womb. And this woman didn't even come out to her supporters at Howard to even address her supporters or say anything or give a speech or whatever. She just told me, no, I'll see y'all tomorrow. How you gonna do that? And these people were going hard for you, Kamala. They was going hard for you. She just left them hanging and went and hid somewhere. She didn't even come out. And I can say President Trump, when he lost the election in 2020, he came out and spoke to the people, to his team. He came out and spoke to everybody. She couldn't even take it. She went hid somewhere. I don't know about what Tim did, but he wasn't important because he wasn't running for president. He stayed in the background as the VP or whatever. He was just her running mate. But come on, how could you do that? All right, y'all. I'm out.
Armed. Stay. Exit now.
Yeah, y'all. I am out. You know what? I can't go out now. Wait, hold on. You know what? I gotta go out.
Armed. Stay. Exit now.
I gotta do this again. Well, anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get back with this conversation maybe later on in the evening with you because I gotta get to work. And I'm gonna run late. I gotta get myself together. I gotta put this stuff in the car. And I'll talk with you all later. Have a blessed, wonderful day. And give God thanks on this day. And I just felt the burden has been released off of me. It has been a burden, y'all. This has been one interesting election. And I'm glad that God answered the prayers that we all needed in America and gave us Trump a second chance. And Trump even mentioned it again. He even mentioned it during his speech. And I'll talk about that with y'all tonight. So you take care. Be blessed. Peace.